Now we start multiplication of vector. Basically here there are two types of multiplication of vector. First one is scalar product. It is also called as dot product. And second one is vector product. It is called as cross product. So it means that as we multiply two vector and after multiplication we get scalar quantity, then it is called a scalar product. And after multiplication we get vector quantity, means the quantity which having a magnitude and direction, then it is a vector product. So this scalar product we are representing by dot. So it is also called as dot product. For example, scalar product we can represent by a bar dot b bar. So it is called as dot product. And vector product we can represent a bar cross b bar. So it is represented by cross. So it is called as cross product. Now we have to see here in detail what is dot product and what is cross product. And remember here, maximum problem of your textbook or maximum problem based on this multiplication of the vector. So you remember this article very well. So scalar product or dot product. First, let's see definition. Scalar product defined as product of magnitudes of two vector and cosine of the smallest angle between them. So let's see here two vectors p bar and q bar. So I consider here. So this is p bar and this is q bar and theta is the angle between them. Then scalar product between p and q, we can write p bar dot q bar is equal, and this product is equal to p into this q into this cos into this theta. So p is what? Magnitude of p bar. Q is what here? Magnitude of vector q bar. Cos of theta, cos of angle between them. So we are considering the smallest angle. So listen here. So this formula you have to write in word. So it is defined as product of. So you can see product of 3, 1, 2 and 3. Product of magnitudes of two vectors and cosine. Full form of cos is cosine. Cosine of the smallest angle between them is called as scalar product. So you remember what is scalar product. Now here we can write like this way. So the same I written here. In another way, you can see this diagram. So when I'm talking about two vectors, this is first a vector p bar and this is q bar. If I draw a perpendicular line here, then this is theta angle. So I can write cos theta is equal to adjacent side. So let I name this adjacent side as a x divided by hypotenuse, which is represented by vector q. So I can write magnitude q. So x is equal to q cos theta. So I can write here q cos theta. So you can see here q cos theta. Means vector q bar is in this direction and its component is in this direction. You can see. So this is vector q bar and the component is coming in this direction. Similar manner, if I am considering the same vector again p bar and this is q bar and I am drawing a perpendicular line like this. So this is 90 degree. Then a same angle theta, then cos theta is equal. I can consider this adjacent side x and the hypotenuse is p, x by p. So x is equal to p cos theta. So this is coming p cos theta, this side. So I written it here. And this side is p cos theta. Vector p bar is in this direction and p cos theta is like this. So remember, so this is the vector q bar and its component is in this direction. So we can define this scalar product like this way. This vector magnitude of the vector p and q cos theta is this. And this magnitude multiplied by this q cos theta is the scalar product. So scalar product of two vector can be defined in that way also. The magnitude of vector, one vector and component of another vector in the direction of the vector is the scalar product. You can define, you can remember it anyway. If the question is asked, find out component of p bar in the direction of q bar, you have to find out p cos theta, that you remember. Then after that, characteristics. So your characteristics are very, very important, because based on characteristic, you have to solve the problems. Small question may be asked. So the first characteristic, scalar product obey, or scalar product of two vector obey commutative law. Commutative law of multiplication. So we learn commutative law of addition, but here commutative law of multiplication. Scalar product obey commutative law. It means that if we find out p bar dot q bar and we find out q bar dot p bar, then both are coming same. So here we can say that scalar product obey commutative law of multiplication. You can prove the commutative law by considering p bar dot, you can find out p bar dot q bar, equation 1, and q bar dot p bar you can find out and you get equation number 2, and they are coming same. So scalar product obey commutative law of multiplication. It obey distributive law of multiplication. It obey distributive law of multiplication. Now what is distributive law? You can see here this equation, p bar dot q bar plus r bar is equal to, we can distribute the term p bar dot q bar plus p bar dot r bar. So this is, both the sides are equal. So we can say that scalar product obey distributive law of multiplication. Now third one, self dot product is equal to square of the magnitude of that vector. It means that if I consider this is a vector p bar, so vector making angle 0 with itself. So p bar dot p bar is equal, you know that p bar dot q bar is coming p q cos theta. Now here p bar dot p bar is p into cos of 0 degree, because no angle na? So vector making 0 angle with itself. So it is coming cos 0 is 1, so p square. So p bar dot p bar is coming p square. So here self dot product. So here it is written self dot product is equal to square of the magnitude of the vector. Now fourth characteristic, scalar product of two vector which are perpendicular to each other is 0. Now how it is 0? You can see here, if a and b, or you can consider p and q. If this is the vector a bar and this is b bar, and the angle theta is 90 degree, then we can write a bar dot b bar is magnitude of first vector, second vector into cos of angle between them. Cos 90 is coming 0. So a b into 0 is coming 0. So a bar dot b bar is coming 0. So or you can write, if p bar and q bar are perpendicular, then it is coming 0. You can use a, b, c, any symbol you can use. You remember, if the vectors are perpendicular, then their scalar product is coming 0, and this is the characteristic. So remember, in any question, if they ask, prove that two vectors are perpendicular, how you can prove? You can find out their scalar multiplication, a bar dot b bar. If it is coming 0, you can write in the conclusion they are perpendicular. Or question may be asked, check whether two vectors are perpendicular or not. So if it is coming 0, then perpendicular. Not coming 0 means they are not perpendicular. Now fifth characteristic, scalar product of rectangular unit vectors. Rectangular unit vector means I cap, j cap and k cap are the rectangular unit vectors. And you know that. So if I consider this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. Then I cap is along x-axis, j cap is along y-axis, and along z-axis k cap. Then you can see here their scalar product we have I cap dot I cap. So if they are same, if the vectors are same, we know that then it is equal to square of magnitude. Magnitude of I is 1 because it's a one unit vector. So I square. I square means 1 square. 1 square is 1. Square of the magnitude. It's a unit vector, means whose magnitude is 1. So 1 square is 1. Similar manner, j cap dot j cap 1. K cap dot K cap 1. Then after that, I cap dot J cap. So you know that here I cap is in the direction of X axis and J cap in the direction of Y axis. So I cap and J cap multiplication. So angle is 90 degree between I and J. So if the angle is 90 degree, then scalar multiplication is J. Between I and J, angle is 90, so multiplication J. Between J and K, so K is along Z axis. You know that Y and Z axis are again 90 degree angle. So here it is coming 0. Again here also K and I. Angle is 90. So product is 0. Scalar product. So we use this property here. Similar manner, J dot K, J dot I. So J dot I, again we reverse the order. Then also the angle is 90. Only here J dot K and here K dot. So we reverse the order. Then also angle is 90. Angle is 90 means scalar product is coming 0. So these are the scalar product of rectangular unit vectors. Next characteristic. 6.1. Scalar product of two vectors can be expressed in terms of rectangular components. So let I prove this. So I consider vector p bar dot q bar. P bar I can write like this way in terms of rectangular component. P x I cap, p y j cap, p z k cap. Dot q I can write q x I cap, q y j cap plus q z k cap. Now we have to simplify this. Px I cap into every term of this bracket. Then what we get? So you can see. Then this px into this qx I written. Then this I cap dot and this I cap dot. Then px to qy. I cap dot j cap. Then px into this qj. And here I cap and it's k cap. Similar manner, next time py into every term. Pyqx. You can see pyqx. Then here j cap and here it's I cap. J cap dot I cap. Then py into this qy. J cap dot j cap. Then py into this qz. J cap k cap dot k cap. Then next time pz. Next time pz into every term of another bracket. Pz qx. Then k cap here and here I cap. Then pz qy k cap dot j. Pz qz k cap dot k. Now we have to use the previous property. I cap dot I cap is 1. J cap dot j cap is 1. K cap dot k cap is 1. This is coming 0. Ij is coming 0, 0 into this one, 0. Then here it is 0. So this is 0. So 0 is coming. This is 0. 0, 0 into anything is 0. So we get next term px qx. So here we get px qx, then py qy, and then pz qy. In the next step, you can see px qx, py qy, pz qy. And this is very important. This property you can use to find out the multiplication. If, for example, if the question is p bar is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap, and q bar is 3i cap plus 2j cap minus 2k cap. Find p bar dot q bar. How we find out? By this formula. So p bar dot q bar is equal px qx. Px means here with I cap and here with I cap. So with I cap here 2 and here 3. 2 into 3 plus sign. Py qy. Py means what? This you can see. This is py and this is qy. With j whatever there it's multiplication. With j 3 and with j 2 plus. So here pz qz. Now here pz is 1 and qz is minus 2. So we get 6 plus 6 minus 2. So 12 minus 2 is 10. So we get p bar dot q bar is 10. So by using this property, I hope you understood how to do scalar multiplication, means p bar dot q bar, how to find. So component multiplication with I, whatever the component is there, their multiplication with j and with k, and there's addition. Core question may be asked, show that, like this. Show that scalar product of two vector can be expressed in term of rectangular. Then in answer you have to write that. I hope you understood this character. Now characteristic number 7. Few physical quantities can be expressed as a scalar product. And the first quantity we can discuss is the work done. So work done, formula you can see F bar dot S. F bar is a vector, S bar is a vector. But work done is a scalar. Because after the scalar multiplication of vector, we get a scalar quantity. So this is scalar product. So we can write F bar dot S bar is equal to Fs cos theta. So we get this formula for work done. Now by using this formula, question may be asked, find out work done. They will give you in question F bar is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap, and S bar is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap, 2k cap. For example, I'm picking find out work done. So you can find out F bar dot S bar. You know how to find out F bar dot S bar. You can write F bar here dot S bar you can write. Then multiplication of I component means 2 into this 2 plus 3 into this 3 plus 1 into this 2. Then it is coming 4 plus 9 plus 3. So it is 12 plus 4 is 16. So 16 joule is the work done. So in that you can find out work done. Next quantity is power. So power we can write. You know that power is equal to work by time. So work we can write F bar dot S bar divided by time by t. So this S bar dot t bar, S is the displacement, t is the time. So that we can write velocity. So F bar dot v bar we can write. So this is a formula of power. This is a formula of work. These quantities we can express in terms of scalar product.